Hey, Slimecicle, Jason asks, how can Genji deflect molten core?
Well, you see, Jason, Overwatch is all based on real-life physics. Just like how this real dragon blade can deflect a real bullet, it can also... We're in the endgame now.
Hey man, I got some bad news. What happened? Slimecicle. He died. How did he die? It's the game logic, man. It got him. No, I can't stand for this. I can't let any more of my friends die. I'm uninstalling this game. No, don't give up. You're right. I can't do this alone though. I think we could still fight this. Just assemble a team and we can finally end it. Like the Avengers? A team of YouTubers. Is that why this is called Endgame? Yeah, it makes sense. It's like a big group of people, like a big crossover. Yeah, like there's a lot of us. That makes sense, yeah. That's why it's Endgame. There's no reference to it or anything. It's just a little clickbaity, I'll be honest. But I mean, you should have really named it Infinity War and then had a part 2 that was Endgame. You're kind of just jumping right over Infinity War, honestly. I guess, okay, that makes sense.
Yo, who's this macro guy? At the macro show. Why am I getting tagged here? To all Overwatch content creators, I'm going to make a sequel to my Overwatch series, and I need you want our help. You're gonna get all the Overwatch content creators? Yeah, okay, buddy. Good luck. Let's see here. Oh my goodness. 1 million views on each one. It makes no sense how Sombra can hack McCree's High Noon.
It's high noon.
Ooh, damn it.
But not Soldier's aimbot.
I've got you in my sights. Clean sweep.
Like, you said she failed as a hacker. Now, when we look into the real gameplay implementations of this, it's actually pretty ridiculous. I think Sombra is definitely one of the least liked heroes across all Overwatch, and it's really just a shame. Her hacking makes no sense, and it pisses me off. Can I say the piss word? It pisses me off so much that she can hack people in the most inconsistent ways. Some things cancel, some things don't. I think for me, the most triggering is when I play Tracer against Sombra, and her hack can like follow me through my blinks and follow me through the walls. It's really disappointing. I really don't like that hero that much.
Not Ragey asks, why can no one swim? Well, Not Ragey, I think that's a valid question, but I think the better question is who can swim, and I think the obvious answer is Wrecking Ball. I mean, come on. Who hasn't seen those videos of people in those human hamster balls? I gotta say, that's definitely on my bucket list.
My name is Sir Swag, or that dumb who could never afford a microphone. Here's a few things I couldn't help but notice. Why can Cowboy Man kill anything in one shot if he thinks hard enough? If Widowmaker is blue because of her drastically slowed heart rate, how is she able to stay so active without any major health issues? Widow was also said to be a ballet dancer before becoming brainwashed, an occupation that develops a particularly fragile human form. Why is her health the same as a hardened gunslinger or a cyborg ninja? Can Tracer eat something twice if she's fast enough?
Lazy Cranberry asks, how does Ash call Bob through roofs? Through roofs? I think the better question is, how does Ash call Bob at all? He materializes out of thin air, just vaguely above Ash's head through the ether. They could at least have him teleport in or something. I think this is an example of Blizzard testing how much they can get away with. Reaper has infinite shotguns from a magical edgelord trenchcoat. Okay, fine. Torbjorn has a turret in his pocket, and he's excited to see ya. Ash, well, with so many complaints about teammates in ranked mode, Blizzard decided to just give you an extra one. Finally, somebody to push the payload. You know Genji ain't gonna do it. And this makes me wonder, what is Bob doing all the rest of the time that he's not getting called in? I think Ash's parents deserve a refund. It's impossible to find good help these days.
The homie French Fry asks, how does McCree's roll reload his revolver instantly? So we've been known that McCree has a few abilities that just don't make no sense. I mean, he has to wait 6 seconds just to roll, but we already solved that in a previous video. But now every single time he rolls, he gets a refill on his ammo? However, I have a theory to solve this question, and my theory is that McCree is hiding a second revolver in his pants. Think about it. McCree was a part of Overwatch. Who else was a part of Overwatch? Soldier 76. What is Soldier 76 known for? To make things appear out of thin air from his boot. But he was a part of Blackwatch. Who else was a part of Blackwatch? Reaper. What is Reaper known for? To throw his guns on the ground like trash. What else is trash? My SR rank. We're not here to talk about that. So, ladies and gentlemen, what have we learned? That Soldier 76 and Reaper has taught their understudy to hide a revolver in their pants and to throw their first revolver like trash. But then where does the first revolver go if he doesn't show up in the game? It doesn't work!
Why can't Winston get angry when hacked? The reason for this is because, much like Soldier's legs, it's some sort of electronic device. So it's like, you notice whenever he gets angry, his eyebrows shift and there's that like electricity spark, you know? So what's actually happening is that he just has like a little trigger right here on the top of his nose. It's kind of, it injects sort of like these gases through his bloodstream, much like the chemtrails that Winston released to all the Overwatch universe to make them all gay. Obviously, with that shut down, he's not going to get that angry. He's not going to get that explosive. Get Nimrod, come on. It's basic science. I didn't even finish high school, and you know what? Look how I turned out. I'm a little known fact, baby genius. Going on Blu-ray DVD today. It's a great movie. Trust me.
You have compared a f***ing hamster to a Korean. Do you understand what Korea is? Okay, the yeah? Koreans are f***ing smart. Wrecking Ball is he's remote control. We've been debated by f***ing Overwatch. They tell us he's controlling the mech. No, it's just the f***ing guy on the moon. He's in the back room. He's got the control. He's got the GameCube, and he's controlling the Wrecking Ball. He's being a piece of shit. But it's not motherfucking Wrecking Ball. It's not the little baby ass. It's not it.
Why does Hammond not come out of his Mac like DVE when he dies? He does. But I assume what you mean is, why isn't he a playable character when he demechs? Well, don't tell anyone, but I've got some super secret alpha testing footage where this is actually a thing.
How can Zenyatta jump when he is flying? Well, clearly it's a double jump. Him flying is him already midway through his first jump, and he simply just continues jumping a second time. Nobody questions it when it's his best friend Genji doing it, but because it's Zen, nuh-uh, he can't do it. He can't jump twice.
Right then, Macro, shite name by the way. I'm going to represent Scotland on this one for you, except I'm pretty sure the guy who commented here, Benjamin Barnett, probably sounds a lot like this. How is Gabriel Reyes? In Retribution talk normal, but in Quick Play or any modes he talks like original Reaper?
It's in the refrigerator. I'm not a psychopath.
Yeah, that's actually a good one, because Cat Burglar Reaper sounds just like the Swirling Menacing Reaper for the same reason that young Captain Anna Amari sounds the same as her 60-year-old decrepit self, and Reinhardt, well, he probably always sounded like that. But the answer is simple. Think about other games. Skyrim, immersive as f***. So is The Witcher 3, Divinity 2, Red Dead 2, and a shitload of other games. Overwatch is not. You just get your lore tossed at you as Aragorn threw Gimli into a band of slabbering Uruk-hai, then you shut your fucking mouth and be grateful. How dare you ask for them to make sense? How dare you ask them to alter the voice lines, because that would require actual work. And work doesn't matter once they've already got your fucking money now, does it?
Hi, I'm Justin from the hit YouTube channel You're Not Justin. How can Zenyatta be affected by Earthshatter? That's a very good question indeed, William. How can Zenyatta, the floating monk robot thing, be affected by Earthshatter? Well, to put it kind of complicated, what gender is Zenyatta? He's a robot, he's genderless, but maybe after all he does have one and he is a man and his lug nuts are being roasted by the Earth Shatter. But what's more important is why in the blue hell is one of the women there with a Omnic. This insinuates that they're in a human-robot relationship. It's the exact same thing as dating your toaster or your iPhone or your waifu digital Game Boy Advance. How do you suppose they have sex? This is kind of getting real dirty. Do you think she cuddles him at night? He does have cold, hard steel for an exterior. Do you suppose that robots get STDs?
Robot AIDS.
I don't know.
How the hell does Mei recover HP by freezing herself? That's a good question. Rusty and I are going to attempt to answer this.
Oh, you go. Damn right we are, Moxness.
Rusty, what is the fastest way to freeze my entire body?
Liquid nitrogen.
Would that kill me?
Well, yeah, it would.
What about cryo-freezing? People have done that. Would that kill me?
Well, you don't really cryo-freeze someone unless they're already dead. So yeah, if you were stupid enough to cryo-freeze yourself before dying, well, you'd soon be as dead as those two little shark eyes on Mei's face.
That doesn't make much sense. But for argument's sake, what if I didn't have to be dead? What if I could freeze myself, like Mei does?
Well, in that case, the ice crystals formed around your organs would just kill you.
Right. But what if I had some sort of diseased tissue I wanted to freeze off?
Well, why would you have diseased tissue in Overwatch?
I don't know, let's say Moira infects me with some sort of horrible life-threatening disease.
Like cancer?
Yeah!
I guess the freezing might work if it were on like a wart or something.
Got it. So, to summarize, the only way cryo-freezing Mei could help her is
if she were already dead.
Or
she's riddled with cancer.
So, what is our conclusion here?
Basically, this popsicle pushing ice harpy is just a dead pile of cancer bones.
See? It actually makes sense after all.
Alright, so here we have Logan Morris, and his comment is, how does Bastion get a tank cannon? Well, first, I just want to criticize the fact that you didn't put a question mark to make it a question, so that's all I'm going to say. But, how does Bastion get his tank cannon? Well, I'm just going to go back into the history of Overwatch. So, the creators of, the Omnics, I'm going to assume it's, Russia, because Russia mechs, robots, everything. And they were just like, you know what, I feel like these robots should have cannons, just in case, we don't want to send out soldiers into the front lines. Let's just give them cannons, alright? Give them cannons so they could just blast the enemies to death. And then, all of a sudden, when the robots, become alive, they're just like, oh yeah, now time to kill all the humans, and thanks to the humans, we now have the power of bullets and the power of becoming a cannon.
CubeTendo wonders, why is there automatically another rip tire on Junkrat's back, even if the one he was just driving gets destroyed? That's a good question, my friend. Let's test that out really quickly.
Fire in the hole!
Go crazy! So we can see here that when the tire blows up, another one just seems to instant transmission into place. My guess here is that since Junkrat doesn't move or do anything when the rip tire is active, he seems to transfer himself and his consciousness into the tire. And then when the tire explodes, his consciousness and the tire comes back to his body, and then he can move around again. Boom! Solved!
A new challenger asks, how can Lucio's ultimate work on Horizon Lunar Colony? In the vacuum of space, no one is supposed to hear you drop the beat. I'm glad this question was left to me because I feel like I'm best equipped to answer it. I mean, my name is Astro Kitty, so if I didn't know about the inner workings and physics of space, that'd make me a pretty big fraud. Funnily enough, the answer has nothing to do with space itself, but rather everything to do with the map. Ever since Horizon Lunar Colony came into the rotation in June of 2017, it's been one of the most violently hated maps in all of Overwatch. I don't think I've ever queued into a game on Horizon Lunar Colony where someone has said, oh nice, I love this map, or yes, I've been waiting for a 30-minute draw all day, or space time boys. It just doesn't happen. As a community, we despise this map, and can you imagine the toll that would take on Horizon Lunar Colony? It knew, boys, it knew that we wouldn't like it. So should Lucio be able to drop the beat in the vacuum of space? No, he shouldn't. But this is Horizon Lunar Colony's one way of saying to all of us, fuck you too.
I feel like we did a good service today. I think I can now uninstall this game safely, and I won't feel sad about it. Did you hear about the workshop mode, man? What? Yeah, it looks amazing. That son of a bitch.
Can I say the piss word? Piss. Is it good?
Yeah. I need healing.